Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Stacks. I'm your host, Bill Stacks, and today I got Milk.
So I had people say stuff like that, but for the most part, everything has been, you know, smooth. It's been I haven't really experienced no bullshit.
Did you go to Bike Week in Arizona?
No, I went to visit my grandbabies up in. I got two granddaughters up in Minnesota, so I went to see them. So I missed Bike Week, which was the following week. Was actually 2 weeks after. So you had Soul Brother Weekend, and then there was nothing, and then it was Bike
Bike
Week.
Week,
But
yeah.
I went to Minnesota. Yeah,
And,
yeah,
and you drove an electric car, right? You said never again.
man. Hey, man, that so the Hummer. I love the Hummer. It was nice, but it's an in-town view. I don't know how people are doing it. They're taking these road trips cross country with them because the charging. So
Wait,
it's
it's an
funny.
electric Hummer?
All electric. The whole, like it's crazy.
What?
Phenomenal. Like I said, I loved it. I loved it. But that was part of me going back. I went back to check on one of the brothers that was, again, was a chosen few, sick. So I went to check on him. But while I was there, I took the truck back. I had it. It was a 3-year lease, and I like when he told me what he had, I was like, man, I love it. I'll take it. It's luxury, and I've always wanted a Hummer. So, and I thought the body style was I had never done electric before, so I was trying to. The learning of it was frustration off the beginning, but the road trip that was the nightmare from him. That was what broke the camel's back. But I kept telling my guy once I got back to Phoenix from the road trip, I kept telling him I'm cool. Don't worry about it. I'll keep it. I just know I will never. I won't take that truck to California. I won't take it to Vegas. I'll use one of my other vehicles to go on a road trip, but that will be just in town. So for me, and I just like if you're in town, I got a partner that was telling me that he was having issues with his Tesla. He don't like to go long distance on his Tesla. But if it's in town, cool. I just wasn't. So for me, um the charging. So like I just came back with the truck. So I ended up with a 2026 Dodge Limited. I filled it up to come here, and on a full tank, it said I had 420 miles. So I got here, and I'm barely under 3/4 of the tank, and I'm like 260 miles left to E. Again, I didn't have to stop once. I came straight to my driveway.
Yeah.
With that Hummer, I've had to charge. I have to charge in Wickenburg, and I got to charge in Kingman. Kingman will get me into Vegas, but then I got to look for like around Henderson if I'm just trying to get around from there, whatnot. But I charged 2 times
And you
to
got to
get
sit there and
somewhere.
charge it. It's not like filling up a gas tank and just going.
35, they tell you 35, 45 minutes for the fast charge. So they'll tell you, you should charge when you're going shopping or when you're going to get something to eat. So you're not just sitting in the vehicle. The slick thing about the Hummer, though, they had apps. So you could watch Netflix, you could watch all your apps on the TV was huge in there. You could watch your TV show while you're waiting to charge. So it's cool, but it is time consuming, especially so going from here to Minnesota is 25 hours straight through. Now, a gas stop, maybe 15 minutes, might go use the bathroom, whatever. 30 minutes tops. But you're gonna be under 30 hours, even if uh I'm gonna assume you're gonna gas it probably about 5, 6 times going. And also, how are you speed? You doing the speed limit, or you just hauling ass? So 25 hours is what the map tells you to get there. Same thing with the Hummer, but the charging stations add a time. So what should have took me? So I left here. I left here Thursday morning at 2:30 a.m. I ran into a hiccup and I spent 7 hours in Wickenburg, almost an hour and a half away from my house. I spent that time waiting on a charge because the loop charging system. There's so many loop, charge point, Tesla. Electrify America, and Electrify America was the best thing going that I found after, but so I spent that time. That 25-hour trip got turned into a 52-hour. I didn't get into Minneapolis until Saturday morning. So I left here Thursday morning, and I should have got into Minnesota Friday night. I didn't get in until Saturday morning, like 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning. So it was like I was frustrated. Then it was like, well, you're here. Enjoy the kids. You get to see your grandbabies. Just make the best of it. So while I was there, the trip turned around. And then coming back, I felt like, okay, I got a better grasp on it. So I kind of knew the charging, but I left Monday morning and I got back Wednesday morning. So it's still kind of, yeah, it's still, I spent a lot of time at charging. And what you think, so you get a full charge on that Hummer and it said like 316. You get 316 miles to a full charge. But as soon as you leave, you're like 312, 310. You ain't went that far. You're like, oh. So the cool thing, they got one pedal driving. So when you let your foot off the gas, it automatically brakes for you. So you ain't never gotta play with the brake or feather, anything. As soon as you let off the gas, it starts to brake. It also will push the energy back. So when you're driving, you'll see the energy bar go orange.
And is there cruise control? It has cruise control, right?
Oh yeah, it's cruise control. But still, that didn't seem to be helping either. Like either way, I locked in. I did the speed limit the whole way back.
You gotta have a generator in the back of the Hummer that's on, right? Then you plug it in the car, and it'll keep plugging while you're driving.
Even the salesman. So when I got to the dealership and I did the they ended up giving me 89 for the Hummer, and then I turned around and got this one.
Oh, you brought it back already?
Yeah, I took it back. Today's Saturday.
You're like, hell no, I ain't doing this no more.
I got there Thursday and I told him, I said, yeah, what can we do? I mean, I'm cool with the lease, but like I just don't, I need something that's gas. And so they walked it, looked at it, they said, okay. And again, that Hummer was 96. Like, we'll give you 89. Oh, okay, just get me out of it. And I don't eat no charges of the lease and all that. So I got this one in 2026 and I had 354 miles on it. So brand new. But even when it started up to hear the rumble, the V8, it was like, okay, I got gas. But now, but I fill up, I get home. And again, like I said, I had to stop one time and I got over half a tank of gas left.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing too is, so when I left Thursday to go, it cost me $140. I paid $71 in Wickenburg to get a full charge.
Oh, you gotta pay. You gotta pay for the charges too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah, that's just not free. The only thing is, and it's still even not free, but when you charge at home, you see it on your electric bill. It'll go up however much, but not when you're paying and again, the kilowatts thing, you got 2 kilowatts, 3 kilowatts, 7. So to get a quick charge, you need anything over 200. So the stations that say 350, that's up to 350. And normally when they charge, they're around 189 to 200 kilowatts that push into the vehicle. Well, you're paying more for those. The quicker you charge, the more you pay. But if you sit there and take one of those lower kilowatts, they just charge you pretty much a penny a minute, 3 cents a minute.
Damn,
but you're sitting there for 6 hours. Yeah. So again, you're like, I'm cool. I'll just give me gas. Again, like I said, if it's local, if I hit the lottery, I'd buy another. I'd buy another Hummer.
They're trying to change the whole country into electric cars.
There was a movie. It was a movie where the world was in it or something, and there's a scene where all these Teslas are they're all coming out of everywhere, but they're coming right to this road and they're smacking into the back of each other. Like the computer system has just went off, and all these Teslas, you know, you see people jumping out of them. The car is taking over. You don't even control the car. The car is driving and into this wall of Teslas and smacking into them. I forget the name of the movie, but that truck made me think. Like, I drive semi for a living, and they've been talking about electric semis, and I'm thinking, what are you gonna do? Like, you can only drive for 11 hours, and you gotta lay down for 10. So if you put that truck on the charger for 10 hours, how much juice is it going to take to charge up a semi? One, then the time that it would take. So now, because not everybody, some people park the truck, go use the bathroom, go eat. So if you don't put it immediately start charging it, how's your time? Or you forgot to charge, you go lay down and go to sleep, wake up, oh, you got to charge. Now you don't got enough charge. Like, there's so many dynamics to think about, like, and it's electric, and it's like all these truck stops. Now you got to go redo all these truck stops to put those cubicles, because now it's not so much going into a stall to gas and go, and I'm pretty sure they probably would have them, but more likely you're backing into a stall like you're there because you're, you know, I can only imagine what a quick charge for anybody that is trying to keep going that has to stop for what it would take to fill up a semi.
They should have batteries that just switch. You just switch the batteries and keep going, right?
As long as you don't gotta switch them, because if you gotta get out the truck to switch your batteries, that's most of the batteries are under the truck and built into the truck. So that's probably a charge.
I mean, if they made it so that the batteries could be switched real quick, that would be a smarter idea, right? It's crazy, man. But so what's in store for the future for you, man?
Peace. I don't know. I want to have an enjoyable summer ride. I plan on hitting some of these states that Soul Brothers have annuals at. I'm still looking for a car. I am going to get another lowrider still. I said I'm gonna give everything to them like I gave to the few. I'm not, honestly. I'm coming over here. I didn't come over here for a position. I didn't come over here to take over nothing or to wherever I can fit in, however I can help. If it's simply just sit on your bike and pay your dues, I'm cool with that. I don't. This is not like I need to come in here and you know who I am or what I've done. I need that over here. No, I don't need that.
Yeah, you're not that type of person. I don't see that with you.
No, never will you ever hear me. There's no desire to be a national or vice national Soul Brothers or shit, even a president for that matter. I don't need to be that. I'm good with just being a regular guy, So,
well, I wish you nothing but success in the future, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for.
I'm gonna be successful whatever I do. I'm always gonna make sure that I land on my feet.
What do you think about Satan's Choice hitting all these states?
I was offered to go there. I didn't know the history of it, and again, my thought was I got to go somewhere where I get along with Chosen Few. I wasn't trying to go somewhere that was beefing with the club. So as far as Satan's Choice, I'm hearing a lot. And what's the guy's name in Canada?
Harley.
Wendy. His name. I mean, anytime I'm hearing both the Harley and Satan's Choice all in one breath when people speak on it. So I know. I fuck with Kaz. Kaz preaches on it. He's the best thing going. I ran again. Other than him, I've met a few other guys. I don't really have an opinion on them. There's nothing bad. I don't know them like that. I don't know them like that, and I don't know their history like that to have some kind of negative opinion. Like I said, when I see them, I shake their hand. They ain't done nothing to me. Well, they haven't done nothing.
They're in 13 states where other dominant clubs are already there. Do you think it'll be a problem?
Kind of. I mean, I think anytime you start something new is like, who is starting it? What's the relationship they have in that state with others? And then I guess, who's the club? But I think it is going to come down to, in those states, who's spearheading it, and then what kind of feedback, what kind of blowback they're going to get from whoever the dominant is, or whichever ones, you know. Some people are real quick to be like, you know what, shit, we need to patch police. Go ahead, put it down. You put it on. I'm not going to sweat you because I know one of them is going to sweat you, and that's some of the dynamic that happens. So it's one of those things like, who's going to press them, and then what are you pressing them for? Is it because you just don't want the patch there, or is it because who's in charge of it? And I'm not talking about Harley or whoever's in that state that is in charge that he put over to set them up and run. Because sometimes they left. I mean, that would have been like if that would have been like if I had went with Kaz and Satan's Choice and try and help build it. They probably would have perceived it as a good thing because, man, look, you did all this for the club. You could do that over here. But now what kind of blowback would you get from like 81s, black and white, green, you know, them cats.
And they said they're not wearing a support cookie for any club.
Yeah, well.
I mean, that's what 1%ers do, right? They don't ask for permission.
You're right. You know, and I just had this conversation yesterday with somebody. You don't ask anybody for permission because then it makes you the weaker of the two. But there is conversations to be had to be like, hey, you know, I'm here. Like
we're around, right?
Yeah, we're here. I mean, you can kind of give me the lay of the land. Let me know, okay, this is where we're at, and we'd appreciate it if you don't come there. We don't fuck with you, so don't come to our bar. We'll find another bar to hang out at. I think that conversations, because when you get people that's like, you know, I ain't asking nobody for nothing. Okay, cool, don't. But still, did you have a conversation with somebody? And even though those conversations, even when I say it like that, still, those people, when you still have that conversation, once I tell you, that's nice, but it's not happening here, that's one where the beef goes because I said it's not happening. And now I'm going to press the line on you when I see you that I don't want you here. The other clubs may not care, but I do.
Online, they're talking a lot of shit saying, oh, just wait until they see them out and this and that. But only time will tell, right?
So I saw a video, and unless they were mixed in, it was like a shitload of them at Bike Week.
Yeah.
And that's not someplace you want to really start funk anyways, because the police was down there so deep over everything. So, I mean, it seemed there was a lot of videos showing it. Oh, the Hells Angels is in town. Like, Hells Angels showed up. Hells Angels just got here. You know, it was a lot of focus like, the boogeyman's here. You know, they came in to just, you know, Arizona, they've been here for a long time. They came in to have a good time and enjoy Bike Week, sell their merch. But a lot of people focused on it and made it like, oh, Hells Angels here, what's going to happen? They came to have a good time. So if there was some bull with them, you would have thought that would have been somewhere where they might have said something. But I mean, they were there, a lot of them. And if I remember right, because I met Cash for lunch with a couple of them, and he introduced me to some of the guys from other states, and they had came down here for Bike Week, but they were here early because I left. But there was plenty of opportunity to say something to them then. But like you just said, I mean, the only time will tell. And where are they riding? You know,
like 13 different states starting now, I guess. So we'll see what happens this summer. Hopefully everything is kosher.
Summer's coming.
Yeah.
A lot of states, the snow is leaving and people are starting to pull their bikes out. So you definitely will.
I think I'll have a busy job, man. I think my job is gonna get pretty busy coming up. But man, thank you. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Thank you. I'm sure we'll come visit this 6 months down the line or after the summer and see how the summer treat you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll do this again. Thank you, man.
I enjoy talking to you, bro.
You too, bro.
Chatting with Stacks.
If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, too bad. Start your own podcast. Peace. Thanks, man.